25 summers. Okay, let's talk about paid protection in prison.
Back again, 100. Yeah, paid protection is a frequent occurrence that happens in the penitentiary. Let me give you a few examples of paid protection. They got this thing called extortion. Extortion is one guy, maybe two guys, a group of guys, they get together and then they form these little cliques and they form these bands and then they single out maybe this guy here because he goes on a visit, he comes back with packages, they heard he has a few dollars in his account. So now these guys step to him in the free recreation, which is we all participate in rec at nighttime, and they step to him with a few ultimatums, man. It's either being told by way like this, straight up, listen, you come back, man, I'm gonna need 200, I'm gonna need $150 a month, man, or you out of here. And when they mean out of here, they mean sending you out of here, Lincoln. Lincoln means bleeding. So a guy that's just coming in with a few dollars and don't want to go through nothing like that, ain't built like that, heart ain't for this type of thing, usually succumbs to the pressure and he gives up. That's extortion.
So, do they usually seek protection from certain religious groups or organizations, or does that depend on who they are, who they're going to seek protection from?
Right, it depends on who you are, man. You might come in, like I knew a kid, and I was in Great Metal Comstock with him, and he was Muslim. He happened to come through. He was very fortunate, resources outside. He had family in North Carolina. He owned a chain. His family owned a chain of supermarkets called the Piggly Wiggly, and everyone didn't know about that, know that that was successful. So his sister, moms died, pops died, and so he's serving time in penitentiary. Not a lot. Sister decided to sell off the chains. She sent him a handsome portion of the proceeds of it, so by way of like maybe $1.2 million. So this put this in his account. He became immediately a superstar in the penitentiary. Now he was Muslim, so this is what the civilian Muslim outside did. He went to this brother secretly and pulled him to the side and said, "Hey, look, brother, Allah has blessed you with a lot of things and fruitful and resources. Why don't you build the new stained glass for the mosque here in the penitentiary? There's something that the city and the state is required to pay for." But no, this imam went to the inmate and the inmate paid for the new stained glass. That was like $4,500. Inmate pushed that out of his account, paid for that. Then the same imam and them basically was extorting the brother, and he was Muslim. They was telling him like, the mosque needs new red carpets and new Taline carpets for when they make prayer on Juma. He bought all new fleet carpets and prayer rugs for everyone. That was another $10,000. So they was extorting this brother like that, and things like that happened. Now that was called the extortion by way of religion, and then they got the friendly extortion. The friendly extortion is the wannabe tough thug guys that roll up on a dude, that's coming through, man, going to visit, coming back with resources, things that the yard need, packages, food and stuff, and they step to him. And when they step to him, they be like, "Yo, man, we friends, we cool, everybody cool, boom, boom." And that's the friendly extortion. So they're thinking that I need a tough crowd to be cool with, so then I'll start parting at my way with a little of my proceeds, a little of my resources, whether it be bud, whatever, man. These cats here, they'll try anything, man, to get in, and they'll befriend you like, "Yo, man, I got your back against the whole world, man, just to get a joint, man, every time they think you got one, man," or something like that, man. So that's friendly extortion, man, and those type of games go on frequently every day in the penitentiary, man. Sad, but it's a true fact.
So that would be more like personalized protection, like when guys come to prison and they have a little bit of money and like, so they just don't want to deal with the problems, so they'll get like, let's say one of the head busters or one of the tough guys on the unit to protect them. Does that happen?
Yeah, that happens often too, man. But there's a few guys now. Like I say, man, at the state penitentiary system, and the state of New York has like roughly 30, 40,000 prisoners. And this one prison that has 2,000, you might have five individuals that have come through with 5-digit numbers in their bank account, 6-digit numbers in their bank account, 7-digit numbers in there. That's 5. That's 5% out of 100%, man. So that's a very small amount. Those individuals don't want no problem, man. So they immediately or relinquish whatever it is that the tough guy, the bully guy want. The bully guy thinks he said he wants 200 a month. That's peanuts to this guy right here. Like I said, he's holding six-figure digits in his account. So getting him $200-300 a month is nothing to him. If he can do that and be okay, and no one else tries to eat on him, man, because it's like a pack of hyenas in there, you know. Once he do that, he's good for time being. A lot of them is short timers. A lot of them is doing time for racketeering, writing false checks, embezzlement. They got little 2 years, 3 years. It wasn't big enough for the feds to take them, so they throw them into the state jungle system with us. And when they get in there with us, they have all this money, man. It don't take long for them to realize, man, that who's holding money and who's not. And this is when the wolves come out. And when the wolves come out, man, they trying to eat, man. They been in there some for 20 years, some in there for 25 years, some 5 years. But they wolves, man, and they moving, man. They moving in yards, man. And it's a small circle when people's getting moved on regularly, man. These are little things that you guys don't know nothing about, man. Is that you strong mentally too. It's not so much physical strength because it takes almost nothing, man, to lay somebody down and bust their head, man, and be rid of it. But you know, it's mental thing too, man. So you have to stay strong in this game.
So you're saying you have to stay strong. I mean, elaborate more on the mental part versus the physical part with prison, or compare
Yeah,
it
because
to,
the mental thing.
define the two.
I'm gonna define the mental to you because it's psychological, man. Because everything starts from the mind, man. The body is something we work out on in the yard and get our vehicles looking nice and healthy and pumped in case we have to get jumped, stomped by the police, or get into altercations with next fellow prisoners. But the mind is going to oversee all of that because it's psychological. Psychological come in ways of knowing, like, yo, there's 5 guys, and downstairs, man, on wing 8, man, that already made threats for you to come out to the yard tonight, man, because there's definitely going to be some type of altercation going down with you for whatever reason or anything like that. And just waiting now, and it's 3 o'clock. Yard run ain't till like 6:30. So that's 3.5 hours sitting in your cell contemplating on how this could play out. And this could play out a whole bunch of ways, and it could go bad real quick, real fast. So it's a psychological thing, and it's the way you got to prepare yourself. And then the physical part after that is easy because you work out, you condition yourself, so you able to wreak a little habit, man, within the quick of a second and everything like that, and get somebody up off you, inflict a maximum damage to them. But the mental thing, man, is what holds a brother, man, is either going to make him or it's going to break him, man. And a lot of us is breaking. What I mean by break, some can't handle that mental pressure. You being told you need to come to the yard. All call outs are mandatory. This is an altercation, which means it's going down by way of a fist fight, being jumped, a knife fight, a razor fight, however, it's going down. And you have to wait 3 hours to prepare for that. When you can't make it, you break. When the ones that can't make it, they break. They'll drop a slip. They'll tell the officer walk by. They'll curse the officer out, knowing that the officer put a tag on your cell because you can't go out that night because I'm going to write you a misbehavior report for being violent conduct and stuff like that. And then they get around going out to the yard. And then when you broke like that, you need to be leaving because if you pull a stunt like that, the guys that was out in the yard, they're going to be there tomorrow too. So somewhere along the line, you're going to get a confrontation of what went down the night prior to that. So that stunt move you pulled was just a waste of time. You really got to get up out of there. It would have been better for you to just go on out to the yard, face the drama. That's what I would have did. You know, nothing for nothing. No tough guy, no crazy guy. But yo, you know, all call outs are mandatory. Better address it then than later. You know, I'm sooner than later.